So I just finished chapter 1 of Undercover Economist. And like the big idea of the whole chapter was, what I took away was, there's more that goes into what you're paying for than just the actual like item. Prices vary based on many different factors. One of those big factors was scarcity. They use the coffee shop and the train station. But what instantly jumped into my mind was, this summer I went to a New York Yankees baseball game, and they were charging like $28 for like 6 chicken tenders and some fries or something like that. And that's just because of the scarcity of other options. Obviously those are all Yankee vendors, and so they all have uniformed prices. And so, I mean, they're not competing against themselves because they're all owned by the same entity. And so you had scarcity and competition and other options. And so they were able to jack up the prices to whatever they want, and people were going to pay it because, you're not allowed to bring in outside food. And that goes for the same with airports. That was the other big thing that came to my mind was, you know, airports have very scarce options. And then the other big um, takeaway was market power and like prime location and stuff. It's like when you live in a city, people usually rents higher in the cities, but that's usually where the jobs are. So rather than like rural areas, unless you have like a farm job or something like that. Um, and you just think about the location of, like, as cities grow, those rural areas end up becoming more expensive because they become more prime locations, for like subdivisions and stuff like that. Um, and then, wherever you're at, and also think of like in a grocery store, that prime location of, like, eye level, drives a lot of extra sales rather than having your product on the bottom shelf or like the very top of the shelf. And so those were the two big takeaways overall for me.